It was like that with Reiner. Some people cracked. And there were people who quit. Lucas Foss was in the class. He was marvelous. Walter Handel, Max Goberman.
Oh, yes.
Oh, we had a wonderful... Ezra Rochlin, where's he now? Is he in Texas?
He was
somewhere?
in Fort Worth, but he's left. He went to London, and I don't think he's there now. I'm not sure.
I haven't heard his name.
He married a wealthy woman.
Ah, that's a good solution.
He doesn't have to work.
We had a pretty wonderful class, Walter Handel. But I had a drink one day with Walter when the day was done, and he was crying. He said, I don't know what to do. I can't stand it. And I said, I know, I can't stand it either, but you just have to do it. You have to suffer this man's standards because that's what we're learning. He gave us the Ninth Symphony to learn, for example. The finale. Because, he was very crazy about recitatives. We started with Carmen recitativi, Don Giovanni recitativi, era quanto avanzata la notte, quando nella mia stanza. We had to do that, we had to do Carmen, we had to do all kinds of recitativi, and then finally the great recitative of Beethoven. Oh, Frau, and we had to learn the whole thing. And when we came in, when the famous tune begins, and the variations of it, there's one with the great bassoon obbligato, as you know. And he stopped everyone in the class and he said, what's the bassoon playing? I want to hear the whole obbligato. And that's when Walter cracked. He said, how can he expect us to know that? It's hard. I thought it was just about the recitatives, but we have to know that too. Yeah, we have to know that. You have to know that too. And it was a very melodramatic year.
It sounds good.
Anyway, we skip. I go back next summer, the second summer with Kusevitsky, 41. Fabulous summer. And now I am with a diploma from 2 schools, Curtis. Oh, did I mention Isabella Vengerova, my piano teacher?
I was going to ask about her. She was
in
in Philadelphia.
Oh, yeah. She was at Curtis. I knew I left out the most important thing. What a lady.
You worked with her while you were working with Reiner, I mean, at Curtis, yes.
Because the committee that had to pass on who would study with Serkin did not admit me. And she was on that committee and she said, I'll take it. The other people on the committee said, you can't, your schedule's filled. She said, I'll take him anyway. I learned all this years later. I didn't know what was going on.
Sure.
They wouldn't let me study with Serkin because, why, I don't know. They're those ladies, Mrs. Braun, and the friends of Madame Bach.
Bach, yeah.
Anyway, I'm very happy I studied with Vengerova. She raised hell with me and she made me listen to what I was doing at the piano, which nobody ever made me do. She said, you wouldn't dream of letting your orchestra play the way you just played. Do you realize what you just did? If that were an orchestra, you would stop immediately and correct it, banging the left hand like that and not letting the inner line come out. How dare you? Who do you think you are? You have to listen when you play. She was a tyrant, and she taught me to listen. And that affected me as a conductor.
Yes, of course.
I didn't study Mozart with her. I studied Beethoven sonatas, Scriabin sonatas, I don't know, Schumann sonata, the F-sharp minor sonata. So the first year was hell with her. I was so shaking and frightened every time I'd come for a lesson that I could barely play. And the second year I realized that she was a great lady and that she loved me enough to be tyrannical and make it serious. That she wasn't just being brutal, she was taking it seriously. And then we became very, very close and loving friends. She's one of the great people in my life.